So Dave and I, well, first of all, hello, everybody.
Hi.
I hope you guys are having a great day. We are having a really good day. So far, we're having a wonderful day. And we thought we'd do something a little bit different than what we normally do. So Dave and I thought it'd be kind of fun for each of us to take some of these runway looks and try to duplicate them using our thrifted clothes.
Yeah.
And it's been quite a challenge in many ways.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of, I mean, it's one thing to get an inspiration from a runway look and to have a piece and say, oh, this kind of reminds me of, you know, Miu Miu. But to actually try to replicate it is...
it's quite a challenge.
It's quite a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
But I will do it again, even on my own, because I found that it made me rethink my closet. It really made me jostle. It kind of shook things up a bit,
yeah.
You know, in the way that I wear things.
Yeah.
So this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I really encourage you to try this yourselves. You probably already do it. I'm sure many of you do this. But I haven't, and this is fun. I will do it again, right, Rusty? Yeah. So this is a look from the Isabel Marant 25-26 Fall-Winter Paris Runway Show. The model that's on the runway that I'm kind of referring to, she's wearing a leather jacket, which I'd like to try that with this as well. But I had this on my mannequin, and the whole vibe of this runway show reminded me of, actually, a Prince video is what it really reminded me. Even one of the models reminded me of Prince. But, so when I was kind of looking at the runway and all of the looks combined together and the whole vibe I was getting, I was going back to the 80s, the asymmetrical collar, you know, how we had a lot of that then. And kind of then they used shorter skirts as well. And I think in this one, I'm not exactly sure what the skirt looks like. It almost just looks like a scarf or something. It's got just like a little bit of sparkly see-through. But I thought this might be kind of fun because of the asymmetry, but also the tassels. It kind of gives you that look.
Yeah.
And then I had this on my mannequin, and I really have wanted to style it up. And I thought this might be kind of a unique to use instead of the jacket, the leather jacket. And I don't think she's even wearing any brooches. But it's so funny because in the one that Dave is following, the model, he is wearing brooches. And I think I got a little confused that I put it on this.
Yeah,
but I
well,
like
you
it.
did it on you, and I could do it on me, but I just love this look color. It's fun.
It is. It's different, and it is fun. It's a different way of wearing things that you wouldn't normally. And I love the boots that they have on. So I just used these, and I flipped up the little fold over. And I added my sparkle on my stockings. I tried it with the moto jacket, and I like it a lot better, actually. I think I do. It's definitely another look. I like both looks, but I like this. And I would never think to wear my jacket like this. It's just kind of fun.
It's funny how you can get inspired from so many different...
Yeah, and it's kind of, like, it's not even that outrageous, you know? It's just kind of a simple thing to zip it up and wear it like it's more of a shirt.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun.
Cool.
I'll do it again.
There you go. Okay.
Well, see your outfit.
Yeah. So this is what we have. So this is another Isabel Marant Fall-Winter 2025-26 look. And I definitely get the feel of Prince videos. That kind of inspired me, this whole look. But I love the idea of taking a thrifted suit and be able to actually pull it in at the waist here. And this is a little bit of a different way of pulling it in than you might see on this image, but really like it.
It is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I do like it too.
I definitely get an appreciation for seeing what they do on the runways. You know, there's certain parts that I might not ever want to reproduce, but there's always something that's magical, you know, in the way they actually pull something. And the choices of the way they piece materials together once you start recreating, you realize how much of a challenge it can be.
Yeah. It does really make you rethink your closet though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun though.
It is. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It gets the brain working.
Yeah, it sure does.
Would you wear that out?
I would, but I don't know if it's quite me.
Mm-hmm.
I out of a lot of the pieces that I see on runways, I think I would like to do that a little bit differently.
Yes.
But we're choosing a piece from different designers, each piece, so that's kind of going to be a lot of fun. There are pieces that inspire me even more than this one.
Yeah.
But I do have a respect for how they put it together.
Yeah, and the way we chose each look wasn't necessarily that they resonated with us.
Yeah.
It was actually, for me, it was designers that I've heard you guys mention.
Yeah.
In fact, one person did ask me specifically for Ralph Lauren look.
Yeah.
And the other thing was I wanted to, like some of the pieces I thought I had.
Yeah.
And I was trying to kind of make it, kind of doable for us. So that's kind of how we chose these things.
Yeah. It's fun.
These looks.
Yeah, it's so interesting. That's great.
I can't help but laugh.
I know.
So this look is from the Cloe Fall Winter 25-26 Paris fashion show. It's about 6 minutes and 8 seconds in this look. I really actually like this look. I've seen this similar look on Pinterest, but I always thought it didn't really make sense, in life, in practicality, because you're wearing a slip dress, which you'd wear in very warm weather, and then you're wearing this, kind of penny lane coat.
Yeah.
But I love the vibe together. And you never know, maybe it is another way to wear it. You could always wear jeans or something underneath leggings. You don't have to wear ballet flats, right?
I love this vibe.
I do too, actually. This feels very much like me.
Yeah.
I will wear this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The previous look, I'm not so sure, but I might wear it with the moto jacket. But this one, definitely I would wear. Yeah.
I
mean, any chance I can wear this coat.
Yeah. The jewelry choices too, with the bag and then them hanging down over. I just love that gold.
Yeah,
accent.
they had a lot of layered gold pieces, it looked like. And I did see a lot of hearts on this runway. I wanted to wear the heart that I had, but I think it was just too big. And I didn't see any earrings on the model. I don't even know if she had a ring on. She might have one ring. Of course, I would wear earrings, and I will do it up. So I just am wearing these little ballet flats.
Yeah, and I like that look with what you've got going on. Yeah.
Thanks. And it's a good way to wear your slip dress.
Yeah. So
you could
much
have
fun.
a jacket that's a little bit lighter, but that looks like a fur, to get the same look, or even a long sweater that has that vibe. You could play this up a lot of ways.
This is Louis Vuitton. Fall, winter 2025-26, I do believe. I couldn't believe how we could take these thrifted pajamas from the other day and actually find a way to be able to actually really come close with a style up that I saw on the runway here. And I like this look. This is something I would wear.
Do too, yeah. I think the only thing I would change myself would be to pull the shirt out.
Yes.
Have a layer hanging.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, to give it an illusion that it is a longer top.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was so much fun. I didn't even get a chance to wear these shoes yet, but they fit that look that I saw.
They do.
On the runway. So, but this was a fairly easy style up. It was definitely wasn't as much of a challenge, but you really have to have the thrifted pieces in order to be able to put these together.
Yeah.
So that's what makes thrifting so exciting, because you can build a little bit of a collection in stuff that you like, and then piece it together in unique ways.
Yeah, and I found that this whole process of trying to replicate the runway was it gave me an idea of what I have and what I don't have.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean pieces, I mean actually overall aesthetics.
Yeah.
Like for me, I found that I really didn't have a whole lot of kind of what I would call, in quotation, rock and roll purses, right? Or things like that. So it's kind of like when you go thrifting, you can kind of realize, okay, I am attracted to that, but I have a lot of that.
Yeah.
So look for pieces that you don't really have a lot of. I mean, it's such a unique pattern on these pajamas. Couldn't walk away from them, and they were vintage, so very cool. I'm laughing already. This is a look from the Ralph Lauren Fall Winter 25-26 runway show in New York. I like this look. I did like how the model had a matching skirt to the jacket, and I have the same kind of tone, and it was very voluminous. So this is kind of as close as I could get. And it is an interesting look. I always find with Ralph Lauren, there's always that look that you're in the countryside, you're about to go on your horse.
Yeah.
Don't you find?
Yeah.
So
it's comforting.
Yeah, it is actually. There is something about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I used to, that actually used to be one of my favorite looks growing up. I don't know if you remember the looks from like the 90s where they would have like it almost looked like it was a whole extended family, and they would all be dressed in almost like matching but different outfits.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want to be part of that family. This is, so this is my interpretation. And then I put my hair in a bit of a bow.
I like the whole combination.
Yeah, it is. It's not something I would normally go to, but as I said, it's kind of fun to shake things up.
Yeah.
It's made me rethink how I would wear this jacket.
Yeah.
In less of a kind of a hip hop way maybe, and more of a ladylike.
It's amazing how you can take a military jacket and totally change the feel to it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this look, Heather.
Thanks. Yeah, I do too.
So this is Fendi, men's fall winter 2024-25. And I really like this look.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a little bit different than what I was seeing in the imagery, and I didn't have the exact footwear that I would like to have, but overall it's fun to be able to kind of try to duplicate what you see there, and there was some pretty exciting imagery in that fashion show. You're really intense when you're watching the fashion shows. For me, I get a glimpse here and there if something excites me. Yeah. Usually a lot of it has to do with the designer. If I see somebody that's just wow, that's unique.
Me too.
But sometimes I don't really appreciate those who I just don't think are that unique, and then when I go to try to reproduce their style, I have a new appreciation for how complex their design was.
Exactly.
So,
well said. Yeah, I agree. So this look, if you haven't guessed, is from Miu Miu Spring Summer 25-26 Paris Fashion Week. It's not anything that I would have normally worn. In fact, I don't even think I own one of these. This is my daughter's. She let me borrow it for this look, but I kind of like it together. I would add a few different things like jewelry and things like that, and probably have my hair a little different. But it is kind of neat. And to wear, these kind of leg warmers. These are actually wrist warmers. I kind of squeezed on my leg, and then open toe shoes.
Yeah.
Like a totally different look, like juxtaposition, I guess, totally. And they had I think that you could wear like a light shift or just a light skirt. This was the one I chose. Then it looked like they had a sweater almost tied here. So I pinned it because the arms would only go like across here. And then I added this tie to kind of give it that effect, like the arms in the image. And I really like the sunglasses, the Miu Miu sunglasses, but these are fairly close.
I think it brings a lot of youth to anyone wearing this outfit.
Yeah, it does, you're right. It does feel youthful.
It's awesome, Heather. So this is Gucci, Spring Summer 2025. And I changed it up a little bit from the image you're seeing here. I went with the darker colors. I really like this, even though I know the later colors probably more significant for summer, but I really like this combination. So I actually cropped these shorts. They were a little bit longer, and I brought the height up to what I was seeing in them. And they're actually women's shorts, and but I really love the pattern in them. And I like the idea of carrying the baby blue in with it and kind of having that repetition of the blues.
So this is the Valentino Spring Summer 25-26 Paris Fashion Show look. And it's quite a bit different than the image. I started off with this look because I wanted to wear this hat. And there was a couple different looks. And I thought, well, I'd try to do this one using this print. I know that the image has a totally different print, but it's still kind of that same, I don't know, I guess maximalist really print when I think of it. And the jacket was a little boxier and it kind of opens, so I've kind of pinned this one up just to make it look, and I pinned the dress up a bit because I think that's midi length. And then just use these boots and the gloves. I'd like to actually do something to stiffen this hat. It's rusty.
Yeah, does
He doesn't like this look.
Does starch work?
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Do you not like this? Oh, I see. You said in the runway they were using cats as bags, and I should carry you.
I really enjoy the print in this.
I do too. It's actually a long kind of maxi dress, and then the jacket's quite fitted. But just for this look, I kind of changed it up a bit.
So this is another look from Valentino in spring, summer 2025. Yeah. You want to say hi too? I like this look. This is something that I would wear out. I would probably match a little bit of a different bag with it. I do love this overall look, and I appreciate. I just love this when you find 100% silk when you're thrifting jacket. I think we found this down in South Carolina.
This is a really cool look. The more I'm looking at it, it's really neat.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely have a new appreciation for runways and the amount of work that goes into
Yeah, exactly.
some of the outfits.
Yeah.
I find when I'm inspired to just create an outfit, it's just bam, bam, bam. I just go through my wardrobe and it just seems to all come together. But actually following somebody else's idea, it's a little more difficult.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great look, Dave. I wanted to thank you and give you a little surprise for all your support and your kindness. Dave and I both really appreciate it, and this has been so much fun.
Sure has.
So what I'm going to give away is this little layering. Some of them are turquoise, there's like a shell, some are gifted, some are thrifted. And I love this look of layering necklaces kind of in the same tone. And I thought maybe you would like it too. And it's kind of a fun color for summer. So one of you will get to have this. And the earrings as well. One of these necklaces is from the Sleeping Beauty mine near Globe, Arizona.
This is gorgeous. Wow. Look at that, guys.
This giveaway is from April 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. until April 26th at 9 a.m. And that's 2025. And we'll announce the winner on April 27th at 1 p.m. All you have to do is subscribe and tell us what inspires you. What is your style? Let's just share a little bit, I guess, with us about.
So nice to get
about
to know
yourself
more about you.
and what you like about fashion. Yeah, exactly. So once the winner is announced, I am solely responsible for sending this package. Contest is open to everyone in the world, as long as you follow the YouTube guidelines for whatever countries are allowed. You can just go to YouTube guidelines to find out more about that. So, good luck.